My name is Sarah Katz. I am from Cape Town, South Africa. I'm a first year, a freshman at the University of Chicago. I'm currently an undecided major, but I am looking at doing computer science, cognitive science, philosophy, maybe international relations. We'll see, there's a lot of options out there and I'm kind of just exploring. A day in my life at UChicago. I wake up at like roughly 8 a.m., 7:30, either go for a run if it's sunny outside, or I am heading to class, calling my parents, usually on the walk from my dormitories, which is across this giant midway lawn area just back there. Then I'm heading to one of my lectures. This quarter I'm taking chemistry, I'm taking computer science, I'm taking an international relations writing course, as well as my humanities philosophy course. And then after that I'm usually grabbing lunch with friends or heading to the library to study after grabbing a quick coffee. And yeah, I'm pretty much studying most of the afternoon if I'm not playing rugby or going to the Hillel, the Jewish Community Center on campus. And evenings also constitute studying, but usually with friends in a more chilled environment. Late night snacks are a must. And then I'm trying to head to bed roughly around 12, and yeah, that's my day. At this point, I'm currently undeclared, but leaning heavily towards doing a cognitive science major. A cognitive science major at UChicago is made up of several components. It's made up of philosophy, psychology, linguistics, computer science, and neuroscience. So it's basically me not deciding what I want to do with my future again, and kind of just exploring lots of areas that I'm really interested in. As for other courses like poli-sci or neuroscience or computer science, from your second year going on, you're going to be taking mostly the required courses for those classes, in addition to your core requirements at the university, which includes social sciences, some humanities, a language, some mathematical requirements, as well as physical sciences requirements. My favorite class at UChicago so far was an elective course that I took last quarter. It was a beginner's poetry writing workshop. It was with this professor who personified poetry. He was like an incredible lecturer and writer himself. So it allowed me to kind of turn my personal writing into more academic writing and focus on how I want my voice to sound like and what kind of style I want to write in. UChicago is known infamously for the place where fun comes to die. And I would say that is correct if your idea of fun is not studying in the library for multiple hours every single day, usually late into the night. For me personally, I enjoy being in the library, and so this place is where fun comes to live. But yeah, I'd say it's a pretty rigorous academic environment, and so people are working hard, but generally people are passionate about what they're learning about, and so people enjoy studying and completing their tasks in their various courses. I think like to be surrounded by people who are passionate and curious and who love to learn for the sake of learning, there's no other place I would rather be. Outside of class, I am an avid coffee drinker, and so most of my time is spent hopping between the student-run coffee shops on campus. I'm also spending time with friends where I can. This beautiful thing called Google Calendar has entered my life, and so that really helps me keep a good balance of my social life, my extracurriculars, and my coursework. The thing I love about extracurricular activities is you're kind of finding people who are passionate about the same things that you are in a very small community, and it's been a great way for me to get to know people and meet people on a smaller scale. I particularly love being part of the rugby team. I've just made some really good friends and met some really incredibly passionate people, and just people that have come from all different backgrounds is a really cool thing to be a part of. Weekends at UChicago are pretty tame. We don't have the biggest Greek life, but there are like a decent amount of frat parties. People are going out on Friday nights and Saturday nights. For me, what I usually do on a weekend is I I keep Shabbat as a religious Jew, so I am at the Hillel with the Jewish community on campus. Sometimes on the weekend, I'll go downtown, find some cute coffee shops there for a change of scenery. It's really beautiful to walk along the lake. There's an ice rink on the Midway, which is like on campus, and there's also one downtown, which are always fun. So I guess when addressing the question of why I wanted to come to UChicago, for me that was more of a question of why I wanted to come to America in the first place, coming from Cape Town, South Africa, a place pretty far away. And that was largely because I wanted a broad education experience, not knowing specifically which career path I wanted to go on. And then when it comes to UChicago, I'd visited Chicago beforehand with my parents. They're marathon runners, and so I'd come before as their support crew. And it's a beautiful city, and the campus, from looking at pictures on Google, it's just a really beautiful campus and lots of library spaces and lots of trees. And so for me, that all checked lots of boxes. Obviously, UChicago is known for its rigorous academic program, and so that was enticing to me as well. When applying to colleges in the States, I think the most important thing for me was just like personal honesty about my own life experiences, and kind of taking time to examine what I'd been through, like where I come from, my religious affiliations, what that's meant to me, the personal connections that I've built over time, and how that's influenced who I've become, and kind of also just reflecting on where I want to go and what I want my path to look like going forward. And through the application process when applying kind of allows for that to be expressed, and kind of demands it to be expressed, demands you to have gone through some kind of self-examination process, because they want to get to know who you are. So for me, that's my general advice. Just be honest with who you are and where you come from and what you enjoy doing and what your passions are, and let that shine through your application, because that's what they'll hear and that's what they'll want to see. I personally enjoyed applying to the States. While it was a longer process and took me a while, I felt that I was able to present a more holistic picture of who I am. And for me, that was a very rewarding experience, because I felt like I was really putting my best foot forward. As soon as I joined the Crimson team, they appointed me a specific advisor to help me with my essays, help me brainstorm, help me develop my ideas, and helped me editing the papers that I'd written to answer the essay prompts that universities provided, and helped me kind of concise it to answer the questions properly and in a way that put my best foot forward. For students applying to college now, I highly suggest that you manage the deadlines, because there'll be several deadlines when going through the application process that you'll need to make sure that you meet. And I also suggest prioritizing it. I know there's like a lot of other things going on while you're applying to college, but really prioritizing taking time to sit down and write your essays. And for me personally, Crimson really helped me do both of those things. If you like this video, please like and subscribe.